Feels weird to start the show this late at this point. This used to be commonplace, but now it's such a rarity. It's Detour Ahead After Dark. It's spooky, Halloween edition. Halloween was 6 days ago. Ooh.
It's not Halloween. I wish we would have
It's
did.
November 6th.
I wish we did 100 like a week earlier, or like, because then we could have did like a Halloween episode. I would have 100% sent you money to go get a costume.
Well, shit.
But unfortunately, this doesn't come out until whatever Wednesday is. We're recording on the 1st, so whatever
Happy
Wednesday
November
is.
6th. Oh, fuck.
November. What are you talking about? November 6th. Oh, that's when this episode comes out.
I just remembered something, and I'm not going to tell you what I remembered. I'm going to hope you don't figure it out until I fix it.
Okay. Anyway.
Folks, welcome to Detour Ahead Podcast. It's your favorite internet radio program you ever did hear in your whole entire life. I am, of course, Riely, joined by Alex.
Hello. Oh man, it's been a fucking week, let me tell you. Got some good overtime, paid some bills that were a month late.
Me too, not the bills, but the overtime.
Both my bills said past due, and they had early October dates on them. So I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you for keeping things on. Really appreciate that. Because, the power company and the gas company could easily just, after 3 days, be like, oh, no more power for you. You didn't give us our money. Fuck you. So.
Sure.
So, it's all right.
They could revoke your power at any time.
Not anymore. I gave them their money. I paid it.
There you go.
We're all good. Pay it before podcast time. That's the smart idea.
True. So true.
But, no, everything's going all right. No problems over here on this part of the country.
Nice.
I've been playing a lot of Clash Royale lately.
Oh yeah?
You remember that game?
I do remember that game. That was my shit when I was like 14 or some shit.
Yeah, it was when you were 14. No, that was the shit when I was 14.
What the fuck? Well, I remember Clash Royale being a thing in like fucking 2014. Whatever, I was like 12.
Yeah, maybe I was 16. I don't know. It was big in high school.
Yeah.
It was big in high school. Anyway, I'm already at like Arena 10 in like 2 weeks.
There you go.
It's real easy when you
up.
unlock specific things. You just use the ones that send out the most troops, and you just overwhelm them. I also pulled a really shitty thing, which seems to work like 60% of the time. Just sit there and wait, and don't make the first move at all. Wait for them to go and throw a whole bunch and waste all their elixir on shit on one side of the map, on one side of the board. Then go and dump a whole bunch of shit on the opposite side of the board and see who takes the king first. I win most of the time, and it's really funny.
Good. Victory.
I also have another strategy where I do that, take the first one, or I take one of the towers, and then just sit back and like defend for the rest of the game, which probably pisses a lot of people off.
I'd assume so.
But it's fun. It's frustrating, but it's fun. I've been needing
a vicious player.
Huh?
You're a vicious player.
I'm using all troops from like the early stages too, which is really funny. I refuse to use any of the other ones.
Yeah.
But I'm on a 6-win streak on Mario Party, by the way. I've not lost a game since you and I played.
Have you been playing?
Yeah, with Penguin and my sister that weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
What?
You guys said you were gonna call me. And now I found out not only did you not call me, you called Penguin and not me.
No, I play with Penguin every day. Not this past weekend.
Wait, well then why was your sister involved?
Because Olivia and I went to mom and dad's after we recorded the episode.
Yes, and that night you said you were gonna call me to
I
play Mario Party.
forgot. I forgot. I forgot.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. The fucking taking accountability for your actions.
Anyway, I beat you. I beat Olivia, and then I've been beating
Have you
Penguin
and
on
Penguin been
everything.
playing separate from that?
Yes.
What the fuck?
We're done for now. We were back on Unite a little bit, and then we're probably gonna play.
Are you fucking kidding me? That makes it worse that you're saying that you're not playing it anymore.
I don't know. I go off of what Penguin wants to do.
Why don't you fucking invite me? Why don't we have a fucking Mario Party group chat? Or some shit.
I don't know. You didn't invite us. Why don't you ask?
I didn't play.
You could always ask. Be like, come in here at Kolochu and Penguin Mage. You want to play Mario Party?
I don't know when you fucking guys are playing Mario Party. You both have fucking busy adult life schedules.
Eight
But you know
o'clock.
when you're playing Mario Party, and you could tell me.
8 o'clock every day, baby. 8 o'clock every
Okay,
day. Except tonight.
where? We gotta have a group chat or something. Or if they, I don't know if you guys come in here or.
No, we don't come in here. We call on the phone.
Well, then fucking get me on a group shit. I don't know.
I don't know. And you can create a little thing in the podcast Discord for Mario Party.
I suppose, yeah. If you guys, but you guys both said you wanted to talk on the phone, or does that not
Because it's
matter? It's just
easier.
more convenient.
It's more
Yeah,
convenient, so I don't have to sit at my desk and go on Discord.
you can still do it on the phone. It's just you do a conference call. That works. You can do that.
I'm aware. We've done that before.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we did that with Gingy.
Gingy got the game.
No, not this game. We played Scarlet and Violet
Oh, okay.
together because you don't play
Okay.
anymore.
True.
We were doing hide and seek with Gingy, and we did a conference call, 2-way call. But you can't play hide and seek with us
True.
because you refused to go do Blueberry.
It's lame.
You know what's lame? Not playing games with your friends. Not playing games that your friends bought you with their hard-earned money.
I want to play Mario Party, but you guys are fucking playing it without me behind my back.
We've been playing behind your back. We had to wait a whole week and a half
Why?
for you to play.
Yeah, and then I played. And then as far as I could tell, nothing ever happened again because nobody ever informed me of anything.
Penguin thought you were being a dick when we were playing. That's why.
Did you tell her we played fucking 2 more games after and I fucking changed my tune?
Yeah, and then she said, "Oh, it's because of me then."
That's exactly what I said she was going to say. And it's not because of her, it's because I had to reintroduce myself with the toxic relationship that I have with Mario Party.
If I remember, I can invite you.
I had to remember how delicious the hate was. The first round, it just felt like regular hate. And then the second round and the third round, it started to become delicious. As is the case with Mario Party. Delicious, delicious hatred. It's just like a roller coaster of fucking like luck and bullshit, and it's truly beautiful. It's something
Yeah, but
special.
I've been on a 6 win streak. I don't even know if it's 6. I just have not lost a game since me, and Penguin played, or since you and I played.
Wow, look at you.
I also saw this one thing where, in order to make things interesting, you give everybody 1 star at the beginning of the game so that you always have something to lose.
Interesting.
Because if you get around the map and you get to the boo, you're only getting coins. This way, if you get to the boo and you have 50, you can steal a star almost immediately.
That's like that sucks. You don't want that.
It it also puts more stars out there instead of just the ones you grab. It immediately puts 4 out there to fuck around with too.
But it becomes like a horrific disadvantage for the person who loses their 1 star first from booage.
I ended I'm pretty sure the last game Penguin and I played, I ended with like 4 stars and everybody else had 1.
Yeah.
It was an unfortunate turn of events where the NPC gave me one of Penguin's stars with the chance time event. Gave me one of Penguin's stars, then I went and stole somebody else's star, bumping me all the way up to 4, and everybody else was at like 1 or 2.
Wow, look at that. Fucking little fucker stealing all the stars.
I'm just that good.
Just built different, as they say.
I just play different. Anyway, I don't know. Like, I think Penguin said she wants to play Scarlet Violet tomorrow.
Fuck.
I can ask her if she wants you to join us for Mario Party. It's up to her. It's not up to me.
Commandeer, kidnap. This is a bird napping.
Here, I'll ask her right now. Do you want to play Mario Party with Peggles tomorrow? We don't say Riely, by the way. We call you Peg, Peglet,
Yeah, I know. I know. I
Peg,
fucking
Peglet,
know.
Peggles.
I have to call you fucking Alex, but nobody can call me Riley, okay? I see how it is.
I still get called Colo. It's fine. It doesn't bother me.
Well, now I've already fucking reassimilated. It's too late for it not to bother you.
Nah, it's not too late. Let's go back to Peg and Colo, Detour ahead.
Peg and Cola are bored. The fucking turn the ship around. Fuck this whole brand. We're
Nah, don't
going
fuck
back to
this
the thing we
brand. I've
did
already put
5
money.
years
I've already
ago.
put money into this brand. I can't quit now. I've already put money into this brand. I can't quit now. It won't work.
Yeah, no, I can't be Pegasus the Gamer anymore. That's a dead meme.
A dead name.
It's a relic of a different era.
It's all right. What's you been up to? You've been working a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, been working that good overtime. That delicious money that I'm gonna waste on various garbage.
Like what? What are you gonna
'Cause
waste
life
it
is
on?
good. Food and video games that I won't play. Those are the two poisons. Well, welcome to the topic of the episode, folks. Those are the two main poisons, the two main money sucks. Food, video games that I won't play. I I have this relationship with the video games where it's like it's almost like a fucking like dying marriage. It's like I fell in love with video games and I was like I love you video games. I will love you forever. and we became betrothed to each other. And I'm trying to keep the marriage going. You know, there's still things I love about video games, but the spark just isn't there anymore, and I just can't. She's just the video games just ain't exciting no more. Sometimes, every once in a while, there'll be a standout moment, but you know, most of the time, it's not hitting. So I
Besides,
buy video games that I won't play all the time. I own so many fucking like full on $60 video games that I've played like 1 or 2 hours of maybe.
why do this to yourself?
Because I see a game and I'm like, maybe I'll like that, and then I play it for an hour, and I'm like, okay, I'll play more some other time, and then I don't play more some other time. No, he hates me. Something, something.
Do you want to play Mario Party with Pegels tomorrow? You didn't get a yes or no, by the way. It's not a maybe.
Okay.
Will he be
Yes,
mean
no,
to
maybe
me?
not again. I will not be mean to Penguin. I would never.
I'm gonna quote that exactly.
Will be the nicest to Penguin Mage ever, and we'll have a Mario party with all of our Mario friends. She'll be Monty Mole, even though I like Monty Mole, but that's okay. I'll be Goomba.
We'll see what she says. It's up to her. You could be mad at her if she says no. Not my fault.
Listen, man.
Yeah, I'll be
Sometimes you
mad.
be having a bad night. That doesn't mean you gotta fucking ban me from the function, you know?
Yeah, but the first time can't be a bad night. It's not how it works. You can't do that. Yeah, at least
I
gotta.
had to get reacclimated with the world of Mario Party. I wasn't used to it.
That's why you should have gotten it.
it well,
Get
I
it
got
release
it.
day.
I had no design. I had no idea that other people in my circle were gonna be getting it, or maybe I would have.
The only reason I got it was to play with Olivia and her
I really
boyfriend.
want to do it with 4 people. I think it's at its funnest when there's no fucking dumbass, stupid CPUs. We got to get Gingy to get this game
I think
so
Gingy
we can
already
play
has
with
this
the
game,
the
don't he?
classic game. Does he?
I told him to
Let's
buy
find
it.
out.
Don't call him. Don't call him. It's not a funny. I don't think it's a funny bit.
It's everyone's favorite bit. We all love the segment of the show where I call Gingy. And it's ringing, folks.
Oh,
Yo, Gingy,
okay.
do you have the new Mario Party game? Not payday till Wednesday, so you're gonna get the game on Wednesday. All right, let's get some Mario Party together once you get the game. Yeah, Alex and Penguin. We gotta get 4 people. Fuck dang ass CPUs. That's okay. That's okay. Well, Gingy, thank you for updating me and also Alex and the Detour Ahead audience on whether or not you had Mario Party. And you have an excellent night. Not even gonna respond when Gingy says hi to you, Alex. How cold. All right,
I
Gingy.
haven't heard
Talk
a
to you
word
later.
he said, by the way. Nothing he said got picked up.
Ah, shit.
That's why I said
Turns
don't
out
fucking call him because sometimes it don't work.
usually it works, but today I guess was just a fucked day. He's
I
getting
warned
Mario
you.
Party Wednesday chat.
Also, so I quoted, "Do you want to play Mario Party with Peggles tomorrow? Will he be mean to me?" He said, "I will not be mean. I will not be mean to Penguin. I would never. I will be the nicest ever to Penguin Mage." She responds with, "Sounds fake." You
It's
really let
very
her down.
real.
I think you owe her an apology.
It is very real. It's so real.
Maybe if you apologize, she'll be nicer about it.
Oh my god, what is this fucking a sorority house? I have to apologize now.
Yeah, you gotta apologize when you act like an asshole. That's what happens.
I wasn't even mean to her. I was just mean to the world.
Nah, you were picking on her though.
When?
During the game, you were picking on her. You were like, wow, pressing A is the hardest part of the game, huh, Penguin?
I don't what?
She was
I
taking her
said that?
time, and you were
Under what
telling her
context?
You were trying to rush her on picking
Oh
paths and
yeah,
shit too.
okay. Oh yeah, the turn speed. I don't think that was repeated. I think
It
that
was
was just a
multiple
one or
times. It was
two.
multiple times.
One
I
or
think you owe
two.
her an apology. Maybe if you apologize, she'll invite you to come play with us.
Okay.
Just send her a "I'm sorry for being an asshole." I don't know.
Well, folks.
Is that it? Are we done? Are we pulling a 20-minute episode?
Yep, Detour Head is over. Thank you for listening. 101 great episodes. We'll see you. We'll see you in the next one. By that I mean the next podcast. Uh,
They'll see you in the next podcast.
I don't know.
I'll just get Gingy to start some stupid shit with me.
Yeah, the
Call
fucking
it two peas. Two peas in a pod.
gay lame ass show. The two P's podcast.
Yeah. Same
That's pretty
preference,
good.
same thing as Detour Ahead. Exact same thing, exact same preference.
Premise, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I said. Premise.
Or preference for two P's.
Two peas podcast.
Two P's podcast.
Two peas in a podcast. It's probably the best idea I've had all week.
Two P's in a podcast. That has to be real. That's already a thing. There's no fucking way.
I don't know. It's my idea now. I came up with it
Yeah,
here on
you're
Detour Ahead on
commandeering it.
November 1st.
Two P's in a podcast. There's a podcast called Two Peas in a Pod, and there's a podcast called Two Peas in a Podcast.
I came up with this on my own, all right?
Then there's Two Peas on a podcast.
Two P. I bet you there's not a two P's with a podcast.
Let's see, Two Peas with a podcast. Does not seem to be a Two
There
Peas
you
with a
go.
podcast.
There's my next. There's
There
my
you
next business venture. Two peens. Two peens in a pod. Just two guys doing a podcast together. Two peens.
Two bros podcasting. Two Peas in a podcast.
Anyway, what are you doing? What games have you bought that you haven't played?
Let's see.
Because I have a
Xenoblade
pretty
Chronicles
substantial
is one I've
list. Let
been
me pull up my Steam.
I've been thinking about. Fucking. I bought the Mario 3D collection, thinking I would finally beat a Mario game for the first time in my life, and I don't think I've gotten more than like a third through any of them, and that's being generous.
What, the All Stars one with the 3 games?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't care for Sunshine. I'm sorry, Penguin.
You didn't like Mario Sunshine,
I
one of
don't
the
like the
like classic
mechanics of it.
Mario games of all time?
I don't like the way it plays.
Okay, interesting, interesting. That's probably the one I'm most interested in. Although maybe Galaxy,
Oh, I
but
100%ed Galaxy.
there you go. But yeah, I haven't gotten very far at any of those. Fucking, I there are plenty of games I buy and don't beat. Like I'm trying to think of the games I've only played for like an hour because I know there are some, but then I forget I even have them. I own Injustice 2 on my PlayStation. I think I've played that for about like 20 minutes. I own fucking Nier Automata, which I think I paid a like it might have been a full 60. I don't know how much Nier Automata is, but it was not an insubstantial purchase. And I have not even opened that game. Uh, fucking pretty much I bought BioShock and haven't played it because I was gonna stream it and then it wouldn't let me stream it, so I just didn't play it. Fucking and there are plenty of games I have like some amount of time in, but I just haven't beat. Fucking a bunch of Pokemon, Legends Arceus, the DLC, obviously. Basically everything at basically everything in Pokemon that's not like a mainline generational game on the Switch, I have not beaten. And fucking shit. What else? What are some other ones? Oh, I didn't buy this one myself, but it is a funny story because uh, the guy ended up being correct. So my mother's ex-boyfriend, like the last year he was here for Christmas, asked me to like pick a video game for him to buy me. And this was right when new Pokemon Snap came out, and I asked him to get me new Pokemon Snap, and he got me new Pokemon Snap. That game did not even leave the shrink wrap for several months.
How much time do you
And
have in it?
even when it did leave the shrink wrap, I put it in, loaded it up, and then decided to do something else. And that's the only time I've ever loaded up the game. And it was
How
funny
much
because
time do you have in that game, by the way?
new Pokemon Snap,
Yep.
literally none.
I got 15 minutes. 15
uh,
minutes.
But yes, and I remember like a couple weeks after I got it, he saw it there and he was like, "Why'd you make me buy that if you're not gonna play it?" I'm like, "I'm gonna play it. Don't worry about it." This was years ago, and I still haven't
I was
played
going
it.
to say, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to play it.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I only played like 2 hours of.
I bought it on sale on Steam. Never touched it ever again.
It is cool. I just like haven't invested the time into it.
I'm not a big computer gamer anymore, like at all.
That's
Like if it's
fair.
on Switch, I'll
I
play
have
it
it
on
on Switch.
Switch.
I have Kakarot on Switch.
See, I already bought it though. It's not Minecraft where I can
Yeah.
buy it on the PC, two laptops, and the Switch.
No, if I like a game, I'll buy it on multiple platforms. I own fucking Dragon Ball Fighters and Crash Insane Trilogy like fucking 3 times over.
I have the Reignited trilogy of Spyro on the PC because it was on sale for like $15. Bought
Yeah.
it. I haven't touched it. I bought Pal World. Didn't touch it. Um, a lot of unfortunate games have not been touched.
I've been thinking about maybe doing Xenoblade Chronicles recently because they just announced the remaster of X, which is the one that I've seen that looks like the most interesting to me.
You know what
And
you
it's
should
only the
do?
second it's only the second game in the series, so I want to try to beat the first one so that I can earn the right to purchase and play the second one.
Okay, you know what you should do?
What?
You should get Xenoblade Chronicles.
I own it already and have barely played it.
You should play through them. And then you should do numerous YouTube videos all about Xenoblade.
I can't think of any other person who's ever done that, so maybe
Oh,
that's a good idea.
it's a purely original idea.
Yeah, perhaps.
It'd be really funny for you to go do that.
Perhaps in a way it
I
would be
think it would be
humorous.
really funny. It might upset a few people for you to switch up your YouTube channel like that, but
Well, I mean, switch it up from nothing. I think they'll be okay with it.
I still have to put out the rest of Chain Together with Gingy. That finished like a month and a half ago
Man, you do be recording shit and then just not posting it.
because I forget about it.
Mm.
It's in the Chain Together.
I also forget to post things sometimes. It's a
It's not
normal
even
thing
like
that
I
we
need a
all
lot of
do.
editing. I just need to throw the Colo True outro on the at the end and make sure that any pauses weren't in there at all.
Forgetting to post something somewhere is a totally okay crime that we can forgive and forget for and still be the best of friends with no repercussions of any sort.
Unless it's Detour Ahead, where you only
Well,
have two jobs.
well,
Where my job for the podcast in terms of time outweighs yours by like hours.
sometimes, at least I'm not slacking on both jobs anymore. I've got the one figured out.
The one takes me 5 minutes to create. I can't do the other one.
That's true.
I can't upload to the feed.
That's true.
I can take over everything you do and make this the easiest thing you do in your life. Yet you still have to upload the show. That's the only legitimate job you have.
That's true.
I am the editor of the show. I can make the thumbnails if need be. All you got to do is upload the show. I almost completely fucked that up. I almost said all you got to do is not open this bag. It's
All
the
you
wind
gotta
bag
do.
from the Epic the musical. That yes is still
Yeah,
going
I
on.
remember the wind bag.
Yeah, but it's Hermes sings it, and it's so good. Well, Hermes sings the reprise version of it, where he gives it to him later on after Calypso's Island. Aeolus, the wind god, gives him the first wind bag, and it's an amazing song.
It's his
Um,
first wind bag at the beginning when he's with his wife, if you know what I'm saying.
Care to explain that? I'm a little dumb. I might need you to explain that.
I'm comparing a woman to a wind bag, which is a common insulting phrase.
How so?
What is this bit you're doing?
I want you to explain. I don't understand. I need you to help me understand.
So sometimes women they talk a lot, and when you talk a lot, like a lot of air comes out of you. So to criticize somebody for talking a lot in a perhaps crude way, you might say, "You are a windbag."
I just wanted to see how far I
So
could
I'm
get you to
saying that
explain.
Odysseus' wife might have been such a woman in such case who is a windbag.
Don't you dare talk bad about Penelope.
Oh yeah, her name's Penelope.
How dare you? That woman waited 20 years for her husband to come back. She stayed faithful for 20 years. Do you think any women out there stay faithful for 20 years?
No, that's why the Odyssey is a work of fiction.
I think it's a
Because that
work
would
of
never
fiction
happen.
because Odysseus deals with monsters and gods,
No, those are all
not because
real.
his wife is faithful for 20 years.
No, those are all real, the monsters. But a wife being faithful for 20 years, impossible.
Oh, man. Next week. What's next week? We got Brad coming on next week, right?
Brad coming on next week. Yep.
Brad the Bad 102.
Yep. We almost got him for the perfect episode number, and he fucking had to go out of town for
Oh
some gay
shit.
shit for his little brother.
Oh shit. I just remembered. 108's coming up.
What? Yeah.
When's 108 gonna drop? That might be an issue.
What do you mean?
1, 2, 3.
I don't know if I'd be
Holy
our track
shit.
record hasn't been good lately. I don't know if I'd be counting weeks like that.
Okay, if we are good for the rest up until 108, we're recording the weekend before Christmas.
Well, that's not a good time to bother certain individuals, I don't think.
There's also we can talk about this later. I don't want to put this on air. We can talk about this later. Um anyway, Brad the Bad is coming on next week, which means our musical adventure is going to be put on hold for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, this week I had to set up my new computer with the fucking CPU fan suddenly doesn't work on. Even though Gingy says fucking everything worked when he looked at it, I turned it on, fucking CPU fan failure. So now I had to fucking borrow a screwdriver from work, and I'm gonna have to fucking pop the thing open and see if like the fan is dirty or if the cable came loose or something. And if all else fails, I'm just like fucked. That's gonna be lame.
That's okay. I bought you
I'm
a
gonna,
whole
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
have to keep
stuff,
dealing with
so
I'm gonna have to keep dealing with Chromebook while I fucking like my mic fucking crackles every recording without fail, even though nobody ever hears it when we're recording. It always comes out. But my mic fucking crackled.
I didn't notice it last week. I
Okay,
learned a fancy
may
little editing trick last week. I'm pretty sure I told you, but
you
I
did.
can
You told me, but tell the audience.
I learned that if I'm talking very very quietly for some reason, or perhaps I have a person sitting next to me and we have to share a microphone, I can isolate the track and raise or lower the volume.
Wow.
That's a cool little thing. I didn't know about that. I didn't know I could isolate the audio itself and raise or lower it with what I was doing.
You learn something new every day.
Not every day, like once a month.
Yeah, you know.
You learn something new once a month.
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said my name to start a conversation or to ask me a question.
Yeah,
I responded with
I said, before I said Alex, Alex was the last word of my sentence. The first collection of words was, what else do you buy too much of?
that didn't come through at all.
Well,
All I
shit.
heard was Alex and then a pause
Yes,
as if you were
I
to
said,
ask me another question.
I said, what else do you buy too much of, Alex?
I mean, there's the obvious one of the Funko Pops.
Yeah, you know, that is the obvious one. That is the one we really need to talk about because what the fuck, bro? What the hell?
I
What are you
got
doing?
Have you ever heard of the show Bravest Warriors?
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I was on fucking YouTube in 2014 or whatever the fuck. I saw Bravest Warriors.
With Catbug?
Yeah.
I have all the Bravest Warrior Funko Pops finally.
Well, look at you.
There's 4 variations of Catbug, 3 variations of Catbug, a Bug Cat, and then Impossibear. I have all 5 of them finally.
Alex has like an entire fucking like crazy shelf stocked full of Funko Pops. You could kind of see it in the camera a little bit. It's hard because it's dark, but you can kind of a little bit see it.
Okay.
And even then, even with this giant fucking display of like an absurd amount of Funko Pops, there's Funko Pops in like 7 other places in the house too. Like in a much smaller amount, but like still.
Yep. I gotta
Funko
start
Pops
getting rid of them.
fucking everywhere.
Look, So
Ever get rid of the ones you had boxed up to get rid of when I was there 3 months ago?
next to the door?
Yeah.
No, they're still there.
And you wouldn't even give me one. What a fucking bitch.
You didn't ask.
I did, and you said no.
You didn't ask for those.
I 1,000,000%
Which one
asked for
did you want?
those. I wanted, wasn't like Spyro in there or some shit?
Probably.
I wanted Spyro, and you said no.
Because Spyro, that's an original Spyro.
Yeah, and you were gonna get rid of it.
Yeah, I can get like $4 for it. So I can spend more money on more Funko.
See, yeah,
Holy
this is exactly
shit!
what you said.
Alolan Raichu is coming out soon.
Bro.
Alolan Raichu is coming out soon?
That shit better be on your set, dog.
What do you mean on my set?
Like on camera for your pot, like a little Alolan Raichu Funko Pop. It would be good.
Where the fuck am I gonna put it?
Fucking put it on your bed.
No. Anyway, I forget what the other two are, but Alolan Raichu's coming out soon.
Just take it out of the box and like put it on your shoulder, like it's your real Pokemon partner all the time, forever.
Fuck no, I'm not taking it out of the box. Are you crazy?
Oh my fucking god.
That Alolan Raichu's gonna go right next to the pop that I had made of me.
And not even be used for your podcast. How lame.
No, but if they create a big one, then I'll put it in the background next to the Detour ad sign.
There's something missing from the Detour head sign.
It's behind the door.
Really? Close the door.
I'm not getting up to close the door.
Is it behind there?
Yes, it is behind the door. I have not touched it. It's been fine. Life has been great since I put it on the sign. I'm not going to take it off the sign because that's when my power went out and hurricanes killed me. All right. I'm not fucking with that thing anymore. It is. I don't know what the Detour ad sign does to it, but I think it's like two negatives cause a positive. All right. I almost picked up an authentic road work ahead sign. And I was gonna send it. I was gonna like pick it up off the side of the road, go straight to the post office and mail it to you, and don't say a word about it, and just see what happens.
It doesn't say Detour ahead. It says road work ahead.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
What you should have done. Here's the prank I was
gonna cross off road work ahead and just put Detour.
if I was in your shoes, here's what I would have done. I would have I would have done this whole elaborate prank where I I did some slight changes to the fucking design of the show overlay. And I replaced the Detour ahead sign on my wall with the road work ahead sign. And I take a screenshot of me and like Penguin or Gingy side by side. And it's just the same layout and the same everything, but the show is called Road Work Ahead and has Gingy instead of me now. Instead of Detour ahead, it's Road Work Ahead.
I already have one called DA Video Gingy ready to go. It's literally the exact same
it wouldn't be
setup.
called Road Work Ahead. It would be called 2 Ps with a podcast we've established now.
I don't know what a new podcast would be called. Probably keep it as Detour Ahead.
No.
You don't own any stock in Detour Ahead.
No, fuck you. It's our name. You can't just fucking go using it.
Yeah, but this thing don't make any money.
Yeah, but like still, it's just fucked.
If anything, if you take me to court over this, I will show the receipts of the amount of money I've spent on this show in general to get it done.
I think as just a fucking
a gentleman's handshake, a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
Here. Those don't hold up in court, my guy.
Detour Ahead is our show.
Those don't hold up in court.
Detour Ahead.
Yes, but if you quit, I will continue.
No.
If you decide to quit, I will continue.
Start a new show.
You and I both decide that podcasting is no longer for us, I will continue if you come to me and say, I don't want to do it anymore.
Start a new show. You don't have to keep the name. The name is attached to the fucking all the hosts that are involved.
No.
Yes. That's
New
fucked to
Detour
just fucking
ahead.
keep
Detour
using the name
ahead.
without permission. Just do a new name.
I'll file for trademark.
The exact shady bullshit. See? This is what Maddox was fucking criticized for. This was the whole thing.
I'll file for trademark on my show.
Okay, you can continue fucking
Look, we're
being
only
Maddox. It's
101
fine.
episodes in. Don't talk about this show ending.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're fucking 6 episodes from the end. Obviously, no podcast goes past 107 episodes.
Issue Crew made it to 108.
That's not true. What's Issue Crew? Never heard of it.
Oh, did you rebrand it 107?
Yeah, we became the problem squad now.
That's so
The
dumb.
inconvenience gang.
Um, yeah, the Funko Pops have got to go. I've been slowly taking things off the shelf and adding it to the pile by the door.
The pile that will never leave. It's just
Probably,
a new
yeah.
place where Funko Pops
Actually,
are.
the pile is there specifically so that I have a little nest egg of money sitting there. Not for like emergencies like I can't pay rent, but like I come across a Funko Pop, let's say one of the Sailor Guardians that's $100. So I see it, I put it on hold. I come home, I grab all the Funko Pops, then I go back, trade them all in, and get $40 to $50 off whatever the price was.
I'm saving the Funko Pops for money, but not money for real things that I need. Just money for different Funko Pops.
Yeah, basically. It's what I did with
Yeah.
Lapis. That's what I did with not Lapis. Well, I did it for Lapis Lazuli from Steven Universe, and I also did the same thing with Sailor Mercury, who was $90.
I always forget which one the hot one is.
Jupiter.
Okay.
Her favorite color her color is green. Excuse me, her
Yeah,
color is green.
green is the hot one. Yeah.
Nah, you gotta go Sailor Venus.
Let's see. Sailor Venus. What does Sailor Venus look like? Sailor Venus.
Her color is orange and she's a blonde.
That's not Sailor Venus. That's Sailor Moon.
Her
This
color
is
is
not
orange.
Sailor Venus. This is Sailor Moon.
Her color is orange and she is blonde. That's Sailor Venus.
What does Sailor Moon look like then?
Twin tails.
Sailor Moon.
Blonde twin tails. Not long blonde
Oh my
hair.
god. She looks fucking almost identical to Sailor Moon except different hair.
It's 90s
That's
anime. What do you expect?
jarring. That's weird.
Did you get Sparking Zero?
No, I don't have anything that can play Sparking Zero. I've been watching it on YouTube and being jealous of it.
What do you mean you don't have anything to play it on?
I don't have a PS5, I don't have an Xbox One, and I don't have a modern gaming PC or an Xbox One, Xbox Series X.
It's not on Switch?
No,
That's surprising.
I know. It sucks. Wish I could be playing Sparking Zero. That was another time I bought a video game I didn't play recently. This is probably the most recent offense is I decided shit, everybody's gonna be playing Sparking Zero and I'm gonna be like sad. But there is a Dragon Ball Z game with an original story that I've never played all the way through or much at all. And that's Xenoverse 2. So what I did was I happened to already own Xenoverse 2 because I think it was like on a stupid sale. I was like, I would be ridiculous not to get this, and I hadn't played it really. And then I decided I'm gonna commit to Xenoverse 2 so hard that I'm going to buy all of the DLC that adds additional story missions. And I bought all of the DLC that adds fucking new story missions. I have not beaten the main story, and it's been months.
Oh, you remember that game Temtem? That was like the first popular Pokemon ripoff that didn't get sued from like years ago.
do I do recall Temtem.
I have Temtem on the Switch. I bought it. It's still in the plastic and has not. I haven't played it yet.
Ooh, okay.
Um,
Play some Temtem. That game looked fun. I should
it
get
it did
Temtem.
look fun when it first came
I should
out.
buy Temtem and not play
It's
it.
$45.
Wow.
I got it for 17 on Amazon because they were doing a like flash sale or some shit. I don't know. I
Right
saw it
now, I'm
and I'm
trying to
like,
like.
oh well, I'm broke, but fuck it. I'm saving $30. Why not buy it?
Right now, I'm trying to like fucking resist my urges because I want. My heart tells me that I want Sonic X Shadow Generations,
I heard it's
but my
okay. I've heard
logic,
mixed
my logic,
reviews.
my logic is telling me that I will buy it and then not play it. So I'm not buying it, but I really want to buy it.
Why don't you do what
I was
I
gonna.
do? Don't buy a game
What?
until you've beaten the one you just bought.
That's not how I do things.
That's retarded.
No. Your way is neurotic.
No, it's
Once
to save
again,
money. You don't get a new game until you beat the first one.
that's that's autistic. That's
The only thing
weird.
that does not factor in is Pokemon. But I mean, I beat all the Pokemon games before the next one releases anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Nah, for me, I gotta have variety in my life. From a young age, I was always just carrying around. I couldn't be like the other kids. The other kids would have like their little DS cases, and they bring like 4 DS games on a trip, and they really only play one. They just have a couple provisional ones. I always carried around a fucking Ziploc bag full of every game that I owned, so I had all the variety at all times. This did result in me losing my entire game library several times. But I pressed on. The game bag legacy lived on longer than it should have. And now I'm an evolved man, and all of my games are digital and at the palms of my hands, and I can have 8 bajillion of them and have the variety of them to play all that I want for 10 minutes each every 2 months.
Aren't you trying to come back up here in April?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Mm. TBD. TBD.
Because this job doesn't pay me as much as the other ones, so you're going to want to save up more than what you did for the first time.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Also, our deal was I would pay for I would pay half your ticket to get up here. I think I well exceeded half a plane ticket. I'm not complaining. I don't want you to think I'm complaining. I had a great time when you were up here. But I do not have the money to send you this time. Even if your Uber doesn't even if your friend does not pick you up at 5 a.m. and you need $50 for an Uber, or when you need
you
$25
see that?
to
You
buy
see that
food at
really
the airport.
fucking? You see that really threw my fucking shit right off. Was that I had to spend fucking $50 I was not planning on spending at all, just immediately.
I'm telling you, I'm going to send you some duct tape. Put duct tape. Do you have duct tape? Do you have access to tape at your job?
I could find tape. I have access to tape of
Not
some
clear
sort.
tape, duct tape. Or
I
like
believe
painter's
there's duct
tape.
tape in my house somewhere.
Put it
Something like
put
that.
it
Duct tape, painter's tape.
put it over the side of your fucking things. It will solve the problem easily.
The problem's only bad if it shines into my eyes, and if I put the ring light on blue, it doesn't.
Yes, but it picks up on camera and makes it look like you have two ears on the side of your face.
No, I know, but I'm not gonna fucking maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to line it up right. I don't want there to be a bunch of fucking weird tape hanging off of my headset.
It won't show. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, if I put it on correctly and not like a retard, but I know my track record.
That you are a retard?
Correct.
Okay. You said yes. I was asking a question.
And and I gave you the answer. There are no confusions here.
Um Oh, I also buy a shit ton of plushies. Penguin just sent me more to buy. There's a really fluffy Hisui and Zoroa that's coming out soon.
All fluffy.
And then the sitting cuties for Gen 7 is gonna wreck mine and Penguin's bank accounts.
Oh no.
More her than me, because you know she loves a Lola.
Penguin is gonna fucking drown in plushies.
I think she already is. I think she's worse than I am, and you saw the amount of plushies I have here. Other than that, I don't buy like that. Like stuff I buy too much of is mainly just Funko Pops. But even then, like I don't buy them that often anymore. I don't even go searching for them anymore.
I really just buy like a shit ton of food because I'm a fat, disgusting freak. That's where most of my money goes.
Yeah, I mean, my money goes to food, but that's just because I need to eat.
Yeah, the difference is the food that I like need to eat exists for me for free. That's kind of like part of my rent agreement. Is part of my money does go toward groceries. So I have food to eat most times, but I just buy more of it because I have a problem.
Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you saw how much I ate when you were up here, right? Like fucking next to nothing.
Yeah, you were not eating a whole lot.
I don't eat that much at all. I get some stuff on the road, whether it's fast food or from the gas station, like maybe $10 worth of food every day, and then I come home and eat dinner, and that's about it.
Why dinner?
Even then, sometimes I forget dinner. Although I had 2 burgers today that are almost a week old. So we'll see if that's gonna fuck my stomach up tomorrow.
It's one of those memes that like should be stupid, but like always amuses me for some reason that I can't quantify. Is the boy dinner, girl dinner thing.
What do you mean?
It's just like I don't even quite know like how to define what is a boy dinner and what is a girl dinner, but the general joke is like you take a picture of something that's obviously not dinner. It's like a fucking like bag of candy and a fucking like energy drink, and it's like, oh, that's girl dinner or boy dinner.
I don't get it.
But I think sometimes it's like, you know, boy dinner's like you got like a whole plate of just bacon, and it's like that's boy dinner. It's like something that's not like a normal dinner that like applies to that gender somehow. Like if it's like candy and bullshit, it's like girl dinner, and if it's just like one piece of like poorly cooked meat or like a plate full of bacon or like something like bland and stupid, it's a boy dinner.
Holy shit! I almost forgot to tell you what happened to me this week.
Oh shit, what happened to you this
So
week?
they got early voting going on right now, right?
Oh yeah, fuck. I gotta go vote on Tuesday. God damn it.
Yeah, they got early voting going on. I was over in Liberal County.
My early voting place is too far. The place where they're voting on election day, perfectly walkable. Any place I can submit an early vote, not within my reach, so I have to
Okay,
go fucking Tuesday morning, bright and
so
early.
I was delivering over in Liberal County, USA, right?
Sure.
I'm in my truck. I'm in my work truck, right? And I have I look like I'm supposed to be a construction worker. Neon hoodie, jeans, work boots, and I got a hat that has an American flag on it. Right? I hop out.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the minute I hop out, every single color of the entire retard spectrum in hair color walks out of the fucking voting area, and just a single like middle-aged woman goes, "He voted for Trump!" And I swear to God, I've never been called so many obscenities in my life, but by this group of multicolored whores.
Wow. They're out there. They're out there. Demi Gloom tries to tell me they're not out there.
They're
I had a
fucking
little
out there,
Twitter
and I
I had a
got
little
blindsided.
I had a little Twitter spat with Demi Gloom that to some outlookers it might look like she won, but I'd say it was a draw, in which I said that I am going to vote for Kamala Harris, but a lot of my fellow Democratic voters hate me because I do not think that Trump voters are inherently terrible people who are bad. And Demi Gloom was like, "Can you name those people?" And the answer is no, I cannot, because I've had these interactions, but they're never with people I care to fucking remember. So I was like, not whose name I remember, and then she was like, so funny how I believe the same thing and just nobody hates me. And it's like, yeah, but like it's not like outside of the regular circle, you know. You understand. People understand. Demi Gloom's a bitch. Is the the moral of this story.
That's fair. I'm not agreeing with you, by the way. I just don't agree with all of Demi Gloom's morals. The whole trans thing didn't really work out too well. So
Oh yeah, but we
too
haven't really
many.
said. I've been wondering about that because people have all still been calling you she on this podcast, and we never
I
really
just don't
acknowledged the
care.
whole. I hate that though, because it's like, what should I be? I know you have a preference, but like you won't tell me your
I don't
preference
know
because
what the
you
preference
don't want
is.
to
This is like a
inconvenience
weird
me.
middle ground where it's like I'll still wear skinny jeans and shit like that and like keep my hair long cuz it's fun, but it's not cuz I think I'm a woman. That's the thing. It's
Oh, have we
weird.
reached the? Have we become transphobic now somehow?
I'm not transphobic.
Okay.
I'll still fuck around with trans girls. I don't care. The gay
But
part of
they
me is
believe
not
that they
gone.
do they believe that they're women or are they women, Alex?
Well, what's a woman? What
What
is a
is a
woman?
woman? Good question. I can't. Nobody's ever asked that question before.
What is a woman?
Well, you see, a woman is someone who
I'm
exhibits
going
a
to
set
stop
of
you right there. I'm
characteristics.
going to stop you right there. You are not supposed to answer that question. No matter what you do, when you answer that question, you are always going to be wrong.
I think Demi Gloom was right, and Ben Shapiro kind of ragged on her and didn't give her the time of day. But I think she nailed it on the head in some capacity, or at least her definition made sense, and it was not circular like Ben Shapiro pointed. Because I guess it technically uses the word woman, but it's not just the word woman.
Yeah, but you can't
The
use the
definition
word in the
is,
definition of the word.
the definition of woman, it makes sense in this context. The definition of woman is someone who expresses characteristics typically associated with womanhood. And womanhood has an associated set of characteristics of femininity, and that's the definition. A woman is someone who exhibits traits, traditionally, fucking associated with womanhood. That is the definition she gave Ben Shapiro.
I would like to say this before respond to what you said, okay?
Hmm.
Ben Shapiro is a stupid ass idiot. All right.
Good,
Ben
good. Glad
Shapiro
we
is an
established that.
asshole. I do not like Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro has way too many cocks up his ass to the point where he denies it every day.
He just wants to fuck his sister and he can't, so he has to be gay instead.
He
It's a
can't
tragic
because he's
story.
too far down the rabbit hole in the he's too far down the conservative rabbit hole. If he was a liberal, he could fuck his sister all he wants.
Yeah, you can't come into my house and tell me I can't fuck my sister in the liberal America, but with conservatives, they just don't. They're not into it.
We're a traditional family over here.
We
Now,
keep
that
it in
being
the
said,
family.
Ben Shapiro being a stupid idiot, right? That being said,
Mhm.
I don't fully agree with with her definition.
Okay.
If you want to be like if you want to be trans, if you think you're a woman or you know you're a woman or you identify as a woman or you are a woman, go ahead. Do whatever the fuck you want that makes you happy. I'm the last one to go and like criticize other people for what they do.
But do you buy it though? Do you look at a as you used to be trans? You. I look at you, or I've looked at you in the past, and I've seen a woman. I've come to see a woman. Do you look at trans women and see a woman, or do you look at trans women and see a man pretending to be a woman?
See, that this is gonna get I'm gonna get so much fucking heat for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get so much fucking heat for this, man. If you're a bodybuilder and you're like super masculine, it's really, really hard for me to see woman. And I know
There,
this
there are
is
plenty of
very, very
people's. There are
hypocritical
plenty
of
of people
me.
born with vaginas who have that.
It's very hypocritical of me to like take my. This is not because of the upcoming election. I would like to. I cannot stress that enough. That this change is not because of the upcoming election where Trump is going to kill all of the trans women. All right? This is not.
You have always said that, if the trans came under fire, you could just switch right back and it would
Pull
wash right
that
over
audio
you. So you
clip and
have.
I will wear a fucking Nazi uniform next week, all right? If you pull that audio
Well,
clip.
goddamn! Now I have to do the detour ahead fucking re-listen shit.
Yeah, you got to go through all 100 episodes, buddy. Go have fun with that.
Yeah.
You can find all 100 episodes over at the Coloshu YouTube channel, COLOCHU,
What?
in an entire playlist
I didn't even talk
already
about
ready
how
to
much
go.
weed that I bought all the time.
Oh, that was just a shameless plug.
Okay, I thought that was you trying to push us to the end
Anyway,
time.
I believe for me, it's really hard to look at someone and determine whether they are a woman or a man. I don't really think of that day to day.
Like, if you know somebody to be a trans woman, are they truly a woman in your mind, or is there some distinction there?
It's a little bit of doubt, but I'll be respectful about it.
Okay,
I'm not going to
okay.
push my personal views onto those who are struggling with themselves. That's not fair.
You have these personal views.
If you want
You've
to be
been not
trans, if
trans
you're
for 1 week, and you already don't buy trans.
because I didn't buy it for myself, that's the problem.
Yeah, because you tried it, it didn't work. That doesn't mean it doesn't work for other people.
Yeah, if you want to be trans, go be trans. If you come up to me, if you came up to me just not even changing anything and you're like, I want to go by she her, I'll be like, okay, no questions asked. What I think, I don't know if I misunderstood your question or if or what,
I'm,
but
sa- I'm
like,
saying, do you consider, if you know a trans woman, do you consider them to be like 100% a woman, or is there some sort of like weird distinction there where you don't acknowledge them as such to the
I will
same
call
degree
them
you
by
would
their
a
preferred
regular
name and their
woman?
preferred pronouns.
What are you thinking in your mind when you're looking at them?
They want to be a woman. They want to be a man. So I will
They,
respect their
they want to
wishes
be,
and identify
but
them as
are
such.
they? But
That's up
are
for
they
them to
though?
decide.
Okay, okay.
It's not up for me to decide who they want to be. Everybody's an individual. It's not up to you to
Fair
decide who
enough.
I want to be.
Good job. You've successfully snaked it.
It's not
Okay.
snaking, it's personal experience.
This podcast just got less pro trans. I'm sorry, folks. I'll have to get Demi Gloom on more often to balance it back out.
I'm I'm sorry that now it's just two dudes doing a podcast.
No, you don't have to be trans, but I'm saying you don't
We'll call this
you don't support the
podcast One and
trans
a Half Men.
community
How
in the
about
same
that?
way. That's pretty good.
Instead of 2.5 men, it's 1.5 men.
Bro, am I allowed to steal that for the show I'm starting with Demi Gloom tomorrow? That's pretty good.
No, fuck you.
Damn it.
That's for me, who will go by he, him, and then dress like a woman every time with someone who is a straight white male. And it's a funny podcast. 2.5 men.
But that's not we're called Detour Ahead though. We already have a name.
Yeah, we already have a name. That's my next show. Right after
Who's gonna, who's gonna
two
be
two
that,
two peens with a pod.
who's the man gonna be? You've already eliminated Penguin, and I suppose Gingy is now left the two peas in a pod show.
So trans didn't work out too well. I really just think logically, it's gonna be way too much work to like this could sound really fucking bad, but this is how my brain has been working as of late.
I'm tired of
Right?
shaving so much.
No, it's just if like I've realized that the body dysmorphia, the bullshit that I have, comes from me being overweight, not from me thinking I'm a different gender. Also, a therapist told me that I might be confusing who I want to be with who I want to be with. Those might be getting
You
mixed.
can't get the woman, so you're becoming the woman. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Surprisingly. So I'm reeling
That's a
it
good
back.
idea.
So
What if I just become a woman? Maybe then I won't be so sad that I don't have a woman anymore.
it worked for a fucking while. Yeah, and then fucking the whole reason, the whole like my fucking rock in this fucking up and left me. And now I'm here questioning everything, and I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it anymore. I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Well, that makes it that almost like it seems like it was performative for said rock, which
We all
is an
we all know
interesting
who the
thought.
Rock was. We all know who the Rock was. She's been on the show a couple times. I'm sure that narrows it down, right?
Yeah.
She has been on the show a couple times. I feel like that narrows it down to two people. I'll let the audience figure out who it is.
3 people, Alex. Don't
3?
forget Demi Gloom.
Demigloom didn't have a close relationship with me at all, so it narrows it down to 2.
Okay.
Because you're also forgetting that we had Robin on the show a couple times too.
We only had her once.
Or what's her name? Shit.
Violet now, but
Violet.
yeah, I thought we only had her once.
No, we had her on very early on in the show, and then we had her on the
Oh yeah,
fucked
she was like our
episode.
fucking first guest, right?
Jason was our first guest, then Demigloom, then
Oh, then no, then it was Violet right after.
I,
No, I think Violet was super early.
yeah,
Like
it
I
was
thought it was
Jason,
episode
Demi,
2.
then
Maybe it's 3.
it was Jason, Demi, then Violet. Violet in that order in those
Oh, okay.
episodes.
Okay.
I forgot to add Olivia to the guest list.
There you go. Ooh.
Anyway. We only had
Well,
Rach on
folks.
twice?
Yeah.
Huh, I thought it was more than
You,
that.
I think you scheduled her to be on much more than twice, but she only ever actually came on twice.
That's fair. I want to try and get her on again at some point. When was the last time she was on? I think it was 85, maybe.
Isn't she off? Didn't she go to the farm to frolic and play with all the other Alex's friends?
She went to the farm to go frolic and play with their little boyfriend down in
Ah,
Kentucky.
okay.
Yeah, it was 85 that she last showed up. I don't know. She called me the other day for the first time since she left. We talked for a whole 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And then her mom called and she hung up on me. And
Good
I haven't
talk.
heard
Good
from her
talk.
since. Good talk. Good talk. Yeah, so trans thing's not really working out anymore. I've kind of abandoned the idea at this point. It just feels like there's too much adversity to the point where it will if I continue down that path, it'll probably start hurting me more than it will help me, which is very
What?
unfortunate. And I know a lot of people have to suffer like that, but I don't have it in me to fucking fight the system.
Well, that's like sad. Come on, dude, you gotta fight the system.
Yeah, not when the system is filled with 50 to 60-year-old almost retired old white men.
Fuck 'em. Who cares?
Not when they're going to be my boss. That's the problem. I'm going into blue
Yeah, whatever.
collar
They
construction
can't.
mode.
Yeah, they can't. And if they fucking fuck with you, that's a fucking lawsuit and a half. We live in a society,
I don't have
Alex, and
money
that
for a
society has
fucking
become very
lawyer. Look,
protective.
look, I'm abandoning the project, all right?
But you're making it sound like you're not doing it because you want to abandon the project. You're making it sound like you don't have the will to
I'm
fight,
trying to
which I'm trying
justify it
to.
so it doesn't sound like I'm literally just giving up. It does sound like I'm giving up, though.
Well, I mean, that would be if the genuine reason is you no longer feel that way about your gender, then that
Well, I
makes
don't
sense.
because I
But
can walk around all day at work and with my family and shit and like go to stores and shit and it used to bother me, but like it doesn't bother me that people are like, "Oh, here you go, sir." It doesn't really bother me that much anymore. That's the thing. That's why I'm kind of just abandoning the project at this point cuz there's no gender dysphoria. It's literally just I'm fat and I don't like myself.
fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm keeping
All
Alex,
right.
by the way, cuz I do like the name Alex. I don't like
I
legal
figured
name.
as much.
I'm
It's
I'm not I'm not gonna go and pull a whole switcheroo. If you need a little transition period of they them, I don't really care. That's the thing. It's like whatever you want to do, whatever you
wait.
want to
So
call
suddenly
me, and
suddenly
just
you do care about being called a she? I have to transition to they if I can't go back to he.
well, because I want to like the other thing is like I want to bring my family on here, and like it's getting really tiresome of just having to constantly correct and like it's not working out. I don't want. I'm just gonna leave it at this before I continue rambling. I don't want to pursue this path anymore.
Okay, well I will try to retrain myself, but I'm pretty thoroughly trained to she her for you now, so it's gonna be a process.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just grow the beard longer.
Yeah, just get a whole fucking wizard beard, and then I'll know what to call you.
You want me to start wearing Trump shirts? I'm pretty sure you won't call me she her if you see a whole bunch of Trump merchandise.
I will. I'll say slay queen, hell yeah, bitch.
God, you need to listen to Epic the Musical, man.
Hope you're not listening to Epic the Musical right now, and it's capturing the recording.
No, I'm not listening to any music. I have Spotify closed. I don't do that.
Okay, okay.
I
Making sure you didn't have like
would absolutely never play any of Jorge Rivera Heron's songs without his permission. He is a saint and a lovely person, and I will never do that to him.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's just some 20-something-year-old who's like a month older than me, just pursuing his dream of music. I can't take. I will never do that. Um,
You buy a lot of alcohol, don't you? You haven't mentioned that yet.
Not really anymore. I just finished the
Yeah,
last of it in the house.
yeah, but then you'll go get more.
Not really.
Not really. So you're never gonna go buy alcohol again?
No, I'll go buy. I'll probably go buy some tomorrow, but I don't actively drink every day.
I'm not saying you're gonna go out right now and buy more alcohol. I'm saying that you buy a lot of alcohol because whenever you buy run out of alcohol, you go get more alcohol. You're buying alcohol fairly often.
Not as often as you think. It's like every 3 weeks or something like that. A majority of the
Okay.
alcohol comes from my parents when I go over there and drink with them and
Oh,
watch
they just
football.
give you shit.
They have 2 fridges, of course. They have a fridge downstairs filled with alcohol. I just go over there and
Okay.
then go downstairs and be like, anybody want something? And then I bring up beers for everybody while we watch football together. Maybe
All
you're not
American
familiar with
family.
something like that because it's called bonding with your father. I'm sorry, was that a low blow?
That's okay.
That might have been a low blow. I kind of feel guilty about that one. I'm
My,
sorry.
my father came back with the cigarettes recently, don't you know?
Yeah,
That
but
situation is
still,
resolved
I
now.
made the joke without even thinking, and then I immediately realized, wait a second, that might hurt his feelings. Shit, I'm sorry.
He brought the milk home. It was very rotten. And I was like, Dad, what happened? And he was like, I got lost for 18 years. But I finally brought this carton of milk home, and it's just like fucking green and oozing. It's like, we don't need that milk.
I'm surprised he didn't
Okay,
pull. I'm
I'll go get another
surprised.
one.
I'm surprised he didn't pull the. Man, I thought you guys were still in Massachusetts.
Shit. Oh yeah, I moved to Florida too, didn't I? Oh yeah, I remember now. Oh, what a fucking whoa,
I
it slipped
walked
my
all the way up
mind.
there. I had to get 3 milks on the way there.
I
All
would get
right.
the milk, and then I would get mugged, and they would steal the milk, and I had to go back, and I had to get more milk, and then I'd go keep going back home, and then they would take the milk again. It's like a different mugger every time comes and he takes my milk, and I had to go back to square one and get the milk. And this went on for 18 years or whatever the fuck.
At least they got strong bones.
True. All those muggers now have stronger bones. What a fucking good.
Anyway, I've got nothing else. Do you have anything?
No, I think that's it.
Ooh, a solid episode. Thank you everybody so much
Pretty
for
good.
listening to Detour Head. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/detourhead, DETOURAAGAD. You can check me out
Hey.
on Twitter, Coachu54, and I have a YouTube channel. If you haven't already been listening on there or watching, it's youtube.com/Coachu54, COLOCHU54. linktr.ee
Hell yeah.
slash Colochu, COLOCHU.
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe for all sorts of silly stuff, all sorts of things. The issue crew, fucking all sorts of silly things. So many other projects going on. A couple that are not on there yet that you should be aware of. Toku Thrill is a tokusatsu based YouTube channel that I started years ago and went nowhere, and now we're doing it again. You subscribe there. There will be new videos eventually. They've existed for a long time, but I am not the one with the uploading power on this channel. And that guy has been a little slow to go. But eventually those videos will come out, and then there will be videos on there. Then there's also coming soon, having already come by the time you hear this, but then there will be more of it. Every Saturday at noon on definitely the Demigloom YouTube channel, and once I fix my computer problems, also the Riely and Friends YouTube channel. Every Saturday at noon Eastern time, we're doing a podcast. It doesn't. I don't think we finalized the name yet, but we kind of have a general idea of what it might be. Well, I guess we'll figure it out on game day. And we're gonna do a show live. And it's gonna be cool, and you can chat, and we'll interact with you, and it'll be like a cool live experience. So check it out.
Alrighty. Thank you everybody so much for listening, and we will catch you guys next Wednesday for
Bye.
102 with Brad the Bad 102.